Why should Christians consider tithing their finances today? Tithing is a practice that many Christians embrace, and it is rooted in biblical teachings. When we think about tithing, we often consider it as giving 10% of our income. However, it is much more than just a number. It is an expression of faith, obedience, and gratitude towards God. In the Old Testament, tithing was a command for the Israelites. They were instructed to give a tenth of their produce and income to support the Levites, who were the priestly tribe without land. This practice was essential for sustaining the spiritual and social functions of their community. It demonstrated trust in God's provision and care for the poor and needy. While the strict laws of the Old Testament do not apply to Christians today, the principles behind tithing are still relevant. The New Testament encourages believers to give generously and joyfully. It emphasizes that giving should come from the heart and not out of obligation. This shift from law to grace allows Christians to approach tithing as an act of worship and stewardship. Tithing helps Christians develop discipline in their finances. By prioritizing God's work, believers can cultivate a spirit of generosity. It supports pastors and ministries, enabling the church to function effectively and meet community needs. This practice serves as a reminder that our wealth is a responsibility, not just a personal possession. To start tithing, Christians can set aside 10% of their income. This can be seen as a starting point rather than a strict rule. It is also important to remember that tithing is not limited to finances. Giving time and talents to the church is another way to reflect generosity. Participating in tithing encourages believers to relying on God's provision and fosters gratitude. It allows Christians to actively engage in their faith community's mission. By honoring God through obedience and gratitude, believers support the church's ministry and outreach efforts. Incorporating tithing into financial management aligns with biblical teachings on generosity. It helps Christians practice faithful stewardship of their resources. Ultimately, tithing is a meaningful way to express faith and contribute to the greater good of the community.